Overlanding, hiking, backpacking, camping.
What's the difference?
So this is a question a lot of people ask because in reality, overlanding looks a lot like camping. And if you really want to be specific, overlanding kind of is camping.
Right, but the only problem with that is when you say we're going camping, a lot of people imagine like camping at an RV resort with a swimming pool and like Wi-Fi and Netflix.
Yeah, while other people think of going camping as strapping on a backpack, going into the backcountry, and staying someplace where you have to tie your food up in a tree so a bear doesn't get it.
Overlanding has been popular in places like Africa and Australia for quite some time, and often you'll hear them call it touring.
Or four-wheeling.
Right, but for those of you unfamiliar, whatever the term is, it essentially means outfitting your vehicle for those remote backcountry adventures with usually a starting point and an end point in mind, and camping all along the way.
Yeah, the best way to think of it is it's really what is the means of transportation you're using. And with overlanding, I like to think of it as it's an extension of your backpack and your hiking boots. So in overlanding with a vehicle, you're able to go a lot further distances. You're able to bring more equipment with you, which, a lot of times means more comfort. For example, a lot of people when they go on an overlanding trip, they may be going thousands of miles, or they may be going through multiple states or even multiple countries along that journey. Now, you could certainly do that with just a backpack and hiking boots, but it's going to take you a lot longer than if you would be doing it with an overlanding vehicle.
Not always, but generally with camping, I know a lot of people that will pick a camping spot and they'll stay there for a few days. Whereas with overlanding, I know you and we typically pick a different spot every day.
Yeah, and then you'll also see people that want to incorporate elements of off-roading while they are overlanding on a trip. So you may have people that they're out overlanding, but they're also going to do some, off-roading parks or going over, off-roading boulders or something like that. So the question I really ask you then is, if you go camping, but you bring your quad or your OHV with you, are you camping, or are you overlanding, or are you off-roading? I don't know.
difference with camping or even car camping is a lot of people will go and pay for like these established campgrounds and stay there. Whereas with overlanding, you can go camp for free with dispersed camping in remote areas. If you haven't seen our video on how to camp for free, you should check that one out on more about free camping.
So we think the key distinguishing word between car camping or camping and even overlanding is the word remote. Because typically with camping and car camping, you're using main roads and you're going to established campgrounds, whereas with overlanding, you're going to remote locations using trails or forest roads and then dispersed camping somewhere for free.
So what are van lifers?
So here's the thing, guys, don't get caught up in the semantics. All of these different activities have one thing in common, and that's love of the outdoors and that sense of adventure spirit. It doesn't matter if you have a Jeep or a Toyota or a backpack or hiking boots or RV or whatever. It's all about getting outside and enjoying the outdoors. So no one is better than the other. It just comes down to your personal preferences and what are your goals when you're outside.
So stay crazy, guys.